I oppose the ruling of the 5 judges on the question of 1, Uhuru Kenyatta participation as an individual. I oppose. And I would like, as a member of the Commonwealth, to seek a situation, to seek an opinion from other courts that are not Kenyan courts. That's the announcement I'm making this morning. Whatever you want, know it. I'm going to do it. I'm not asking you for money. I'll do it. My papers are being filed, and I'm waiting for justice. 2 judges, my Justice Njoki Ndungu. I want to ask you to give me that judgment quickly. Bring it out I want it in wholesome. I want to show people, I want to leave a legacy in this country, in this East Africa, that I did challenge the ruling of the Supreme Court of Republic of Kenya on Kenyatta's participation. Kenyatta being a Kenyan, we, the Constitution of Republic of Kenya, not we, the people excluding Uhuru or excluding President Uhuru or excluding Kibaki. We, the people of Kenya. I want to go from there. I don't want to tell you my tactics. I will only need lawyers to prepare me and to prepare my documents. I've instructed my international lawyer, Chief Charles Tako, and others to prepare those documents. I want to wrestle with these guys across there. They went to the same schools that I went to. It is not because I want to gain anything, but I want to leave a mark that you don't lie, to leave a mark that don't just copy and paste documents from your researchers without reasoning. So when the document says we, the preamble of the Constitution of Republic of Kenya says we, the people of Kenya, then exclude Kenyatta, is not a Kenyan. Then you tell the IEBC, which is under Kenyatta, to conduct an election, to conduct signature collection. Then you tell we, the secretaries, the people in charge of security, we, the people of Kenya, we. I found it laughable. I was telling my friend of mine, when they were doing elections, and I don't want to say it here, of this Chief Justice, I told them, I warned, and luckily enough, I'm a very humble man. And my God, Jesus Christ, thank you for loving me. You always tell me the truth. And when I said the truth, some brokers just start laughing. Now it has come to rain. It has come to prove that I was right. NGO syndrome, civil society syndrome, civil activism has entered this court. They have created a 4th pathway. A 4th pathway. Mark my word. Pathway number 4. That they would like to safeguard the Constitution and make rules from the court, not from the parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, what has pained me most is one man called Dr. or Professor Duncan Ojwang. A great friend of mine, Duncan Ojwang, but a very bad traitor. A great friend in intellectual matters, but a very bad man in betraying the cause and the intellectualism. I and Duncan Ojwang are great friends. We go back in the ICC. We go back to Bashir case in Khartoum, where both of us gave papers, and my paper was resoundingly backed by a standing ovation from President Bashir, with the entire audience on feet for 5 minutes, clapping for my speech. Because my speech touched Africa on the question of ICC. I have been keeping quiet, but I think I better speak now. Duncan Ojwang called me and told me he's the one who wrote the judgments in appeal court. Yes, I recorded our talk. I'm not like a Sonko, but my phone operates itself. He told me that he wrote the judgments in appeal court, and Matanga, you will not manage me. I said, just Duncan, Professor Duncan, is this what you teach your students in Nazareth University? There is nothing like a basic structure in the world. There is no constitution in the world, and let's not be lied by Justice Mohammed. My brother, my friend, I like, that's a lie. There is no basic structure in any constitution, in the world. All structures in the constitution, all articles in the constitution are the same. There is no structure. There is no constitution which is supreme. There is no constitution that will not take you to jail. Hello, lawyers in Kenya. If this is what you studied at LODC, I don't know, Kenya Law School by Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, I want to challenge him. Let him show me one article that does not take a person to jail if you are taken through the penal code. From that article, all articles that are here, if you don't work on them, somehow you will end up in a committee. All the articles in the Constitution of Republic of Kenya can easily take any citizen to court. Violate one of them. I can give an example of Nema. If you build a house in the middle of the road, there is a full article on environment in the Constitution made in the penal code. You end up in jail. Because some people think I talk with no brains here. Go and build up a house without doors. The council will come to ask, why are you building a house without doors? There's an article in the Constitution that protects people who build houses and tell them how to build the houses. So Professor Ojwang, we had a very terrible quarrel. And I'm telling you here, frankly, I told you, I promised you I will talk about you. If you have anything to say, you can say it directly to me. But you're a traitor. You are paid money by Ruto to dismember this court and create a fourth pathway. If that is what you teach your students in Nazareth University, then it's a sorry state. I saw you yapping on K24 this morning about Kenyatta, about President Kenyatta resigning with the Attorney General of Republic of Kenya, but you don't want to resign when you evidence, which I have, is brought to the public, that you actually wrote, and you told me you wrote the basic doctrine, and I told you I write the best doctrine and defeat you. Then you resign first before Kenyatta resigns. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no constitution in the world that has basic structures unamendable articles is impossible. All articles in the Constitution are amendable. That I agree with the judges, those who said they are amendable. I also go further to disagree with Justice Mwiru. She has never been my favorite judge anyway, but I disagree with her on the question that there is a basic doctrine in the Constitution. No. All articles are the same. You can break them. You can change your Bill of Rights today. Kenyans can change their Bill of Rights. They can say, we don't want bail applications given to thieves who steal money on Friday and get bail on Monday and go home, eat the money in Seychelles or Dubai with their relatives, wives and girlfriends and calicos. You can change it. So there is no article that is not amendable. That one, kudos to the judges who said so. Coming to the two, Ojwang tells people how he is well positioned with his knowledge, bure kabisa, that he is. There is a doctrine or basic structure where you don't touch structures of a constitution. No. The judges went further that Kenyatta is not a Kenyan. Kenyatta is an abnormal Kenyan, is it? That's what if I can interpret it to a layman language, that Kenyatta is not a Kenyan. Therefore, Kenyatta cannot talk about Kenya because he sits in the house as a president. And as a president, if he sees the country going to war, people are cutting each other with pangas, he can't order to find the root cause why pangas come every election time. I wanted an opinion of other judges who are maybe more superior than the Kenyan Supreme Court to interpret for me independently whether President Kenyatta's right has not been infringed. Because it will happen to any president. Ruto can shout and open his mouth and say we want them to, but he is going, if he wins an election tomorrow, Ruto, which I believe is not, if he has to win an election tomorrow, Ruto will suffer the same consequence. So when you laugh and open up your mouth and say, we want them to say they took this, they were cleaning the country so that you can lead it properly. What has annoyed me most and what has angered me most is the idea of stopping a healing process. On 21st of May 2021, I sat down after the 5 judges of the High Court had, the 5 of them made a ruling about the BBI. I brought up a document which you can find, and I will direct my researchers to take this document to panafricanforum.com, transfer it there, so that the people across Africa can read. And I want to tell the courts that when you send your researchers to go and research for material, please let them also, you people who are reading the documents to the public, also acknowledge the sources of our documents. Some of you read my documents, use my work, steal my work, and then earn a living out of my work, I'm not going to accept it this time. God has told me to say it. I created a punchline here. Certain people stole my punchline. I kept quiet. Now, a lot of my work by a few of researchers has been stolen. And it found itself on table last night. It is all here, pages and pages. And this paper is very important. I wrote it on 22nd, on 21st of May, and it was published on a Kenyan website of capitalfm.co.ke. It's not Matanga. It was published. Fortunately, all the people ran to this document, in where I stated fact number 1, that the president can be sued, the declaration that the president can be sued in personal capacity and civil proceedings is not correct. I'm summarizing it for you. It had malice and a motive from the bench. Article 143, this is my analysis, not the analysis of those who copied and read without acknowledging. Civil proceedings shall not be instituted in any court against the president or any person performing the functions during the office. So how did the judges arrive at suing the president in his individual capacity? I reasoned. In my considered view, this declaration cannot stand the test of sober judicial scrutiny in an unbiased court. It looks like the court stretched its powers to the extent of actually amending Article 143 to actually not amending, but the High Court actually expunged. That's good English of Shakespeare, which I have. Expunged the article from the Constitution.